I know most of you subscribed because you wanted to see the world through my eyes. Many of you knew that I was moving and leaving the United States and moving to Mexico, and you wanted to see what that journey was going to be like. And thank you. Thank you so much for joining my journey along the way. You wanted to see if leaving the United States and changing the zip code would allow me to find freedom of some degree. And honestly, I love sharing that with you. I loved bringing you guys along the journey. But what I have come to realize, especially with this particular channel, is that I'm not my zip code. I'm not, where I reside on the map, as many of us aren't. And to be honest, changing your zip code does not change fractured ways of being, fractured ways of doing things, or a broken infrastructure. And I see so many women leaders who are thinking about taking the leap, who are in the process of taking the leap, and myself have coached them and guided them through transitioning the United States and their businesses abroad as well. So, just moving to paradise, it does not make the stress vanish. And at one point, I thought so myself. I thought that it would do that. But the truth is, if you're doing business based on US metrics, meaning the hustle culture, the grind culture of doing things based upon how the United States has done so, it's not going to work abroad just because you're at a beachy landscape, or in my case, since I live in San Miguel de Allende, Mexico, the mountains. That does not change. So I want to share this with you guys, and I've been meaning to have this conversation with you guys for a long time. I definitely recognize, especially with the climate in the United States right now, the desire to leave. I recognize the urgency and the feeling of being unsafe. And I too was there at one point. I remember sitting in my closet, laying in my closet, just in tears because of being stressed and overwhelmed. And even though I had checked all the boxes and done all of the things that, based upon societal standards, that gives you the measure of success, I had done. But I was so exhausted and I was so, I don't want to say empty, but I was over it and I needed some kind of break. And when I started traveling in and out of Mexico, starting 4 years ago, it was 4 years ago that I started my move abroad journey. It provided me just a breath of fresh air. But I want to challenge you. I want you to get beyond the baggage. When I first moved abroad and I packed my suitcases, I was so excited. I remember thinking like I'm going to embrace and adopt a life of ease. And to some degree I have. I'm not going to sit up and say that I have not. My life has definitely slowed down, but it took a lot of deprogramming my nervous system in order for me to embrace that level of slowdown. And even still to this day, I battle with that, believe it or not. I battle with the sense of urgency sometimes, meaning like I have to constantly produce to prove my worth or my validity. But when you leave the States and in transitioning abroad, you have to change your process. And I had to change how I deliver things. I had to quickly realize that sitting either by a pool or looking at the mountains or adopting a new landscape, it did not matter because I was still glued to my output in one degree or another, as far as responding to emails, creating work for myself, or how I did things until I changed my schedule. So meaning like Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. till 4 p.m. And it wasn't until I started to embrace the systems that I had built were broken. Meaning because I came from a broken place, the United States, I still had to rid and shed myself of that level of system and build one that worked for me. I'm saying all of this to say moving abroad didn't give me freedom. It just gave me a prettier cage, so to speak. I was a digital nomad, but I was not the CEO that Tracie wanted to be. And that was the issue. Like, that was the problem. What I had to do was sit and think to myself, Tracie, you are still that girl. You are still that girl who accomplished all of those things. But I had to build a framework that worked for me now. So being outside of the United States, it put me in a different situation, meaning that it made me face myself. It made me face the conditioning that I had to unlearn and deprogram. And in doing so, I had to pivot. The real transformation did not happen because I got off a plane. And it started to happen when I stopped acting like a worker, when I stopped creating jobs for myself and started acting and thinking and embodying a leader archetype. I had to become the leader architect that I am. And that is what took time. So I had to build what I now call the leader archetype, which is the framework that I work in. It is a framework that I take all of my women in business who are in the same process of transitioning and or pivoting over, who see the possibility of becoming global, something that they desire to do for themselves, but they are caught in the how do I take the leap, or how do I make the shift, and how do I shift from the hustling for clients to positioning myself so clients can find me and I can stop chasing. Because when we start to embody and operate from our femininity and using our feminine energy to attract, because feminine energy is really about attraction. It's masculine energy that is the gatherer, that is the hunter, that is the one that goes out and chases and gets. That's not who we are. We are operating out of who we are designed to be. And that is what causes the exhaustion, because you are operating in a space and place in a way and a method that is not serving you. It is really going against your human design. So once I fixed the leadership and the strategy, then I could actually enjoy travel. And, the location just became a reward of my business strategy. It was not the strategy itself. And I think it has gotten confused. Oftentimes people think, well, because you've moved to Mexico, you were able to, but it's actually the total opposite. It was because I made the decision as the leader or CEO that I already was, that I was able to make the leap, but I had to step into my next level in order to embody it and really embrace how I wanted to be. So let's start setting some expectations going forward in this space. The invitation that I have for you is, first of all, I want to thank you for being here. If you are here just for travel vlogs, then I'm sorry, like, this space may not be for you anymore. And that's okay. Like, I totally understand. That is absolutely okay. But if you are a woman who is ready to fully step into her leadership role and wants to and desires to become a global force, meaning going beyond borders, doing business beyond borders, and scaling your business from 6 to 7 to 8 figures, and you want to do this without losing your soul and your sanity, then this is absolutely going to be the home for you. I want to promise you that going forward, we're going to talk about legacy. We're going to talk about how to scale, and we're going to talk about premium positioning. We are moving beyond performative success and getting into the real work that it takes to build a global brand and a global empire. So let me reintroduce myself. My name is Tracie Collins, and I'm not just a traveler. I am a global business strategist that helps women in business step into the leadership role that they are designed to embrace and embody and create a life beyond borders that helps you lead global lives, that helps you scale and create businesses as assets. And that means you are creating an a level of framework and intellectual property that people will buy from you because you are positioned as an authority and a leader in your industry. So if you're ready and willing to stay with me on this journey and hear what I have to say, you are more than welcome. I am glad to have you. And drop LeadHer in the comments or drop Tracie, I'm ready in the comments. And Tracie, I am here for it because I deserve not only for my voice to be heard and for me to be visible, but also to be the leader that Creator has designed me to be. Okay, so I will see you next time. And thank you guys so much for being here on this journey with me.